My fellow Americans, I know I may not have all the Republican talking points and slants on our stances or leanings exactly right. I hope any little slips on my part will be overlooked or forgiven, since I am such a newly recruited Republican and so very inexperienced as a politician. I am pretty sure I have the main ideas and attitudes correct, if not the finer nuances. Someone from the Republican Party will probably give me a quiet heads up if I'm wrong about anything. The Supreme Court voting in favor of our Republican Party's aims and ideals and primary principle more often would be a plus. If we are successful in our presidential hopes in 2016, appointing a few more justices sympathetic to our Republican aims would be helpful. The older ones can't last forever. We need to persuade the present Supreme Court justices not to retire until that time, even the liberal ones, and to try not to die until then either. There is no sense in letting the present incumbent appoint any young, healthy liberals before then, if we can help it. We Republicans can wait. If you know any of the Supreme Court justices, please encourage them to stay on the job and not retire or die just yet. Next, even though I am an atheist, I will also support those Republican leaders and theologians who contend that the Holy Bible says a marriage can only be between a man and a woman, or a man and women, as in the case of many men mentioned in the Old Testament, some present-day Christian sects, and other religions. Why should gays and lesbians have the right to be as unhappy as the rest of us already married straight people are? I don't see that written out anywhere in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the other amendments, or the Bible. Members of the same sex shackled unlovingly together in the bonds of matrimony would be cruel and unusual punishment. We have enough of that in regular marriages. In addition, I believe problems that would be caused by marriage between members of the same sex in contravention of Scripture strictures can easily be solved by requiring one of them to undergo a sex change operation before a license can be issued. If nothing else, it might quiet the clamor for equality of marriage rights, or, in some cases, if done correctly and accompanied by proper testosterone hormonal supplements, at least make it less shrill. In every case, after getting married, the wife, or what passes for one, should be subordinate, subservient, obedient, and a homemaker dedicated to the Republican agenda, her church, and her family and home. The husband, the natural lord and master, should make the decisions, do the voting, own the property, and shield the wife from the sordid realities of the world. Women should no longer be allowed to own property, vote, have jobs where they are in charge or give orders to men, or allowed to hold money or goods in their own names. They should be banned from political, religious, business, and corporate offices entirely. We Republicans have for years tried to have these conventions universally accepted. I will do my part to finally make it happen. Women must be more productive in ways which relieve the worries and stresses of the responsibilities of their menfolk. They should be more supportive and loving, and not as striving, strident, disrespectful, or self-important. For far too long have we suffered suffrage. These are my true blue Republican thoughts. Thank you. I am Don Hoffmann, and I want to be your Republican vice presidential candidate in 2016.